to Cantuti Plans. This is Carmen, and today I am going to be doing a DIY with some items that I had purchased at Dollar Tree a couple of weeks ago, and I did include in one of my hauls. I'll go ahead and link that haul down below, so in case you didn't catch that haul, you can see what items I bought and which ones I am DIYing today. Now, before we get started, I'm going to show you my inspiration. Now, these two wall decors that I bought were exactly what I was looking for. Those orange tones with a little pop of white and a very neutral background, and the wood, the light wood. Now, these say gather and happy fall. I did like this one that said pumpkin spice and this other one that said autumn is calling, but I don't use this blue in my decor and I don't really like the dark wood, so I'm going to be redoing these in order to match my decor scheme. And as far as this one is concerned, I love the pumpkin spice saying. I don't like the blue and the blue in the background, so today I will be working on one of these. I don't think I'll have enough time to do the second one, but I may do this one in another video. But today we're going to go ahead and focus on the pumpkin spice and DIYing this in order for it to go along with my rest of the decor with my home. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually carefully remove this pumpkin. Now, I will be putting it back here. I just need to remove it for now so that I can go ahead and change the background. Okay, now you did hear some tearing. That's okay. We're not using the paper in the background anyway, so it's fine. Now, we are going to keep these because this is how we're going to put these back on. So we're gonna go ahead and move this to the side. As you see here, this paper has been ripped, but that's okay. Now we have to choose which one of these backgrounds would be best. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this pumpkin over. Now, I am gonna leave the pumpkin white and the pumpkin spice lettering as it is. The only thing we're going to change here is the blue decor. So maybe this would look nice, or this. I think my other ones I picked out were too busy. It's between the lines and this, but I'm leaning more towards this smaller orange one, so we're gonna go ahead and go with this one. Now, I think it's a little bit too big for what we need, so what I'm going to do so I can get the cut right is that I am going to measure from the back and I'm going to cut according to what my measurements here say. Okay. All right, so we're gonna move this to the side, take my paper trimmer, and I'm gonna go ahead and trim where I made my marks. And right on over here as well. Hopefully these marks were good. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and see if we got this right. Okay. All right. Now we have our background, but as you guys can see, it did get cut a little too short, which is what I was afraid of, but that's okay because all we need to do is use our paint marker pens that we're going to use on the actual pumpkin part as well. And we're going to go ahead and just touch up those parts that are showing. So what we're going to do, because I wasn't quite sure where it was peeking out, we're just going to cover all of our corners. Okay, looks like we're good here. Add a little bit over here just to make sure we got it all. Okay. Got that little bit. We're gonna go ahead and come over. Oh, okay. Just make sure our pen is working. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and pull this back up, believe it or not. Or actually, we'll leave that there for a minute. I'll come back to that. Okay, now we're gonna work on this section right here. Now I'm thinking for this, we are going to go maybe with a brown. I'm thinking more like a brown right here. Okay, we're gonna go in here with brown. Okay, now I think this looks pretty good. Now we're gonna come back to our background here. All right, so all we're gonna do is we're going to take some adhesive tape, some Tombow Mono permanent adhesive tape. And we're going to adhere this really, really well. Oop. Try to get those corners. Okay. All right. And just make sure we tape it really well. All right. Okay. Now the last step is that we're going to add this pumpkin spice right back here into the center. Now I already have glued the back, so we do got to do this pretty quickly. I believe that's center right there. We're going to go ahead and push it down. Okay, and that concludes our DIY with one of our decor. Now we can put our other ones that were bought at the store next to this one, and you would have never known that this was not a part of that collection. Now we are going to work on this one, but we'll do this one a different time. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this DIY fall decor video. If you did, please go ahead and subscribe and click on that like button and on the notification button so that you can be notified of my next video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.